Okie dokie. Yep, we're recording Good Morning Video Journal. Today is Tuesday, February 4th, and I got my baby here. Jabari, no more pets. Okie dokie. He's pretty feisty this morning. Oh, I love him so much. He's such a good dog. He's so smart. So, he can, of course, sit. He can lay. He can shake. He can roll over. Yeah, we just taught him how to roll over. That was really cool. And now I'm teaching him how to stay. And that's an important one because he's very, very food motivated, which is fine, except for that, like, the begging is a little bit out of control. So, teaching him how to stay, kind of like, about 5 feet, 10 feet away, whenever, we're eating. And working on that. That might take a little bit longer because of how much he loves himself a little treats every now and then. But we are working on it. So, yeah. Today's gonna be, I think, a good day. Yesterday was a good day too. Super productive and got a lot of stuff done. And then oh gosh, the only thing that was disappointing that happened yesterday is that uh, Michael and I had a much needed couples counseling appointment scheduled with our spiritual counselor, and we haven't seen our spiritual counselor in months because our spiritual counselor is amazing. I mean, hands down the best couples counselor I've ever seen. He's older, has a lot of experience. He's a really solid man of faith, and he just gets it. He knows what he's doing, right? And so he's been a really good source of accountability for both Michael and I, for me, just around sort of some of my communication issues and my super knee-jerky little reactions, and for Michael around his addiction, right? And so I think that because Michael, Eric does it in a very loving way. He's not, he's not mean, he's not attacking, he's not aggressive, nothing like that, but he holds him accountable. He just holds him accountable. And it's hard to, week after week after week, look somebody in the eyes and say, no, I'm not clean yet. I'm not clean yet. And then the question is always, okay, well, why? What's going on? What are we going to do? So basically what happened is we just kind of fell off the wagon with the appointments, and Michael's having a really hard time getting clean. And so appointments were getting put off, and they were getting canceled, and they were getting put off and getting canceled. And then we finally had one for yesterday. And I think what's happening with Michael is he keeps on hoping that he'll be clean by the time the appointment's going to happen. So he'll schedule it and he'll think he's going to, and he just doesn't. He doesn't, because he can't, because he's powerless. So yeah, long story short, we had this appointment scheduled yesterday, and I think Michael knew, the day before, because I was giving lots of reminders, and he knew he was going to have to face Eric and not be clean and whatnot. And then yesterday, he really did legitimately have some pretty serious pain in his leg, and so he said that we needed to cancel it, and I said, okay. Still kind of wondering how severe the pain was, but he was really having a hard time being mobile. And so he couldn't even really kind of get off my couch, or at least that's what he was telling me was the case, that he couldn't barely move, he couldn't walk, nothing. And so he said, let's go ahead and cancel the appointment with Eric and reschedule it. And I said, okay, and this is super last minute, and so I really need to know that you really are in so much pain that you can't go. He said, I really am. And so I said, okay, well, and I'm going to need you to go ahead and cancel it, because I don't want to look like the bad guy here. And so he said, okay, I will. And then he said he had to go to Davenport. And I was like, wow. It ain't adding up. It ain't making sense. So you're in so much physical pain that you can't go to our spiritual couples counseling appointment, but you can go to Davenport. Yeah. I am definitely at a loss. And I know that anybody looking at this will go, oh, yeah, you just gotta cut the cord, girl, cut the ties, cut the cord, let him go, kick him to the curb, do whatever. And I get that, and at the same time, it's not quite that easy. It's a little more complicated. We have, a daughter together, and I think the part that's the most difficult for me that I'm having a hard time with is I had like a sort of a God thought or aha moment about 6 months into our relationship. This last time that we have reconnected romantically, and it was because I was really struggling with whether or not we should even move forward in our relationship, because I realized that we weren't really at the same I don't want to say level, but we weren't in the same stage of like the walk in our faith. Like he still really had a lot of questions and some skepticism around Christianity, and definitely wasn't active in the church, or um, he still doesn't have any brothers in Christ. And I'm not judging that. I'm just saying, like, we were in very, very different places. And so, knowing that I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with another man of faith, I thought to myself, oh gosh, this is potentially, not going to work. And should we even take it any further and invest any more time and energy and our hearts into something that's not in God's plan? And so I really did. I prayed about it, and I asked God, what do I do? And is this in your plan? Is this in your will? And God literally gave me a one-word answer that I easily could have misinterpreted. God just said, wait. Just wait. Just wait. And in saying that, I thought the God was telling me to wait for him. Just wait for him. Like, I interpreted that as a wait for him to come to me. Wait for him to grow in his faith. Wait for him to become a believer. Wait for him to become a strong man of faith. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait and continue to be loyal to him. Continue to be faithful to him. Continue to, just kind of be there for him, and just wait. And that was almost 2 years ago, a little bit over 2 years ago. So I'm still waiting, and I don't even know if I'm waiting for the right thing anymore. Like, I have no idea. So we will see, and I will check in mañana. Okie dokie. Bye.